Hello, kids. This is Adam Morehauser again, coming to you again. This is middle of November, and it's actually a very beautiful day out here, about 60 degrees. What we've done since we got done combining, we finished combining corn on the 28th of October, and since then we hauled manure out of our cattle yard. That took a couple days. We need to get them yards cleaned up before the snow started to fly. And once we got that done, we washed a few tractors off and washed manure spreader off and started putting machinery away in the shed for the winter. So we got that taken care of. And then I always like to say November is the 1 month of the year where you kind of want to get everything done that you can before winter. And we got a couple projects now going on. We tore down an old granary and barn over at my mom and dad's house, and we're building a new shed over there, so we're working on that. And we are also putting in some drain tile. Hopefully by this weekend we're going to put some drain tile in, have a neighbor come over and put some drain tile in at my grandma's place. Drain tile, what it does is you put a pipe in the ground, a real plastic pipe is what it is, with the holes in it, and then the water filters through the soil down into the pipe, and then the pipe just carries it down to the creek and carries the excess water away off your field. So if you imagine what the pipe looks like, it's just imagine like a straw with a little bunch of holes in it, and it's put in about 4 or 5 feet deep in the ground with a tile plow. And the diameters of the pipe is usually 4 inches. If you're carrying a little more water, it's about 6 inches in diameter. It all depends on your water flow and how much water you have to carry. Your main water line pipes to carry it away is 6 inches. And then the other little outlier is 4 inches. And you put those pipes about 30 to 40 foot away from each other. You just follow them parallel, wherever the ground is too level for the water to move. So the water will just filter right down through the soil, and then the excess water will be taken away by those pipes. So it's really pretty interesting. Once you put it in, it's really pretty cool putting it in. And when it works, it's really nice. It really helps your crop yields, especially because if there's too much water, if there's excess water, it stunts the growth of your plants, your corn or your beans, and it really hinders your yield potential of your crop. So that's why we put it in. It's really to help boost your good ground, make it even better than what it is. So that's why we install it. I guess other than that, right now our cows are out on corn stalks here, as you can see behind me. We had them over at my mom and dad's on some corn stalks and oat stubble. And then in the oat stubble I had turnips and radishes planted in there. And by doing that, I extended my grazing period probably another 7 or 10 days by eating the radishes and turnips out there. You can imagine the radishes are just like what you would eat from a grocery store. They're just like that. They're all probably that big or so. The turnips were probably 1/2 foot long, and they really chewed them down. They got them down to the ground. I drove out there after I moved them off of there, and a lot of spots you could see where they pawed up the radishes and the turnips to eat them, and there's other spots where they just bit the top half of them off, and the other half is still in the ground, but they got the top half bitten off and they chewed that. So really I like it. It was a kind of experiment for me. I have never tried it before, and guys thought I should try it, so I did, and I really liked it, and I'll plan on doing it next year. So now we moved them up here to another piece of ground. We'll probably keep them up here on these corn stalks. They got bean stubble to walk around. There's 160 acres out here, and they'll move around, and I'll probably leave them out here about 2 weeks or so and move them back home, because we start calving the end of January, and I like to keep them in good shape out here. So, but there's enough corn stalks. They'll eat the leaves, they'll eat the husks, they'll eat the cobs. The last part they'll eat is probably the stalk, because it's probably the coarsest of it, the coarsest part of the plant anyway. So they'll eat that. And they also got a lick barrel out here of molasses for extra protein. They'll sit there and lick that. So they'll be in good shape, and they get plenty of exercise out here. All we got to do is haul water to them. They'll drink about 10 gallons a day. So we're hauling about 1,600 gallons up here. There's only 152 head out here, but we haul about 1,600 gallons a day to them up here to drinks. We also have to feed the calves that I weaned. We weaned them back in August at 6 or 7 months of age. We calve in January and February, so they're 6-7 months old when we weaned them in August. And I've been feeding them. We sold the steer calves off of them for somebody to fatten them up back in September, and those will be ready to harvest in probably about March or so. But I'm keeping the heifers back, the females, to breed, and we're feeding them over there. I got about 60 of those in the yard over there, and I'll feed them to breed back in April so they can get bred in April, and then they'll calve the following year in 2015. So that's about what we're doing right now, just chores like that. Next month I'll show you what I feed them. I should have all the cows home by then, and I'll show you what we feed, and probably we grind hay and corn stalks, so I'll show you that next month hopefully. So thank you.